let's talk about your love life.
My love life.
Yes.
Why?
Do you want to talk about Star Trek?
Of course. Let's talk about Star Trek. Your character is a reoccurring one. Did you know that?
Yeah, I do.
For me, I watched Voyager as a child with my parents. Have you ever?
Did you really?
I did.
You?
I did.
At what age were you, Candace, when your mother said, let's watch this?
5, 6.
And what did you think about Voyager? And what did you think about that woman in command? What did you think?
I absolutely loved it. I love a woman in command. I loved her hair pulled back as well. I loved, what was her name? 6'9". She had the little eyebrow thing.
7 of 9.
I'm into space and all that. What would you say was your connection process like to this character? How did you connect with her?
Well, I developed her in live action 25, 30 years ago. So the inherent character, the inherent traits of the character already resided within me. All I had to do was tap on them and pull them out for the animated character. And they were instantly there. But there are many other things happening within Prodigy. You know, I'm not just hologram Janeway. There's Vice Admiral Janeway. There's mirrored Janeway. There are many, many elements of Janeway being illustrated in many different ways. So I get to work on nuance and subtlety.
For me, this was sort of an introduction into the Star Trek world as a whole. So for me, the connection first came with sort of the universe, just how exciting that was. And I love these kinds of things, you know, Harry Potter or you know, these very immersive world building stories. And there's so much to get into. And on top of that, I mean, Gwyn is complex. And, you know, I knew this was a kid or a show that was aimed at kids, but it's so smart. And the writing is very sophisticated. And she tackles some like really heavy stuff that, I don't know, the writing attracted me.
Totally. I'd have to agree. This is also my introduction into the Star Trek world. What connected me immediately, again, was the same thing, sort of just like being able to jump into this already sort of moving train and be a part in some way of like the legacy of Star Trek. I think that is really dope. And then also, yeah, my character's sort of like internal struggle, finding out who he is and where he belongs in the universe, and sort of like how to overcome his own sort of like oppression at the beginning of the show.
And what would you say are some themes present in this series?
The age-old themes, love, you know, that the age-old enduring themes of Star Trek. Hope, endurance, fellowship, courage, adventure, and the sheer magnitude and promise of space.
Ella, you can start first, please.
I feel like I've been called on it.
No, listen, you did such a good job. I wanted to start with you again. No offense, Brett, but I liked it. Yeah, no offense. That's the reason why.
No, this is good. This is fueling our rivalry that we have.
Oh, what did I start?
I'm just kidding. Teamwork and unity, sort of connection with others, and which is the literal prime directive. I think also Brett made a good point earlier about like leadership and coming into your own like identity, finding out who you are, knowing your strengths and your weaknesses, and using that to sort of create the team and to connect with others.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
What do you think this series is saying about our world?
I think this series is probably saying that our world is deficient in its character, deficient in its heart, in its soul, in its greatness. That as a people, we've lost a bit of our footing. And perhaps through Starfleet, we can recapture some of that integrity.
Either of you can tackle this first. Ooh, Brett, you have an answer?
Oh, see,
you made a face, so I thought you had an answer.
Yeah, I feel like you know, everybody has their own opinions, but I feel like our world could use some more compassion and teamwork and friendship and light. I would love it if we had some sort of universal force that could fly from planet to planet and sort of solve problems and make sure the people there are having everything that they need. But I do think it says, you know, about our world that there's space for more kindness, and there's space for more unity, and that there's space for more compassion and friendship and leadership and all of these things. And to sort of like try and I guess take some of these things with you from the show in your real life, you know, and how can you be a better leader and teammate and things.
And it seems to me the absolute group that will most absorb the beauty of what Star Trek really means and stands for. You just told me you were 5 years old, and to you it was mesmerizing and enchanting at 5. Can you imagine the animated version for a 4-year-old, a 5-year-old, a 7-year-old? And then they have their mother or their father talking to them about Star Trek Voyager. And that's the crossover that is, I think, so exciting about this.